This recording is Volume 4 in the Pardon My Blooper series of unintended indiscretions before microphone and camera. It is intended as a sympathetic tribute to the members of the radio and television industry who have been the victims of these classic boners.
Starting next week at the Paramount Theater, you'll see that rollicking comedy smash hit Paleface, starring Bob Hope, America's favorite comedian, and lovely Jane Russell. Boy, what a pair!
Listen now to this classic moment from an audience participation human interest program.
And now our next contestant was chosen right from our studio audience. And listen to that little laugh she has there. It's so cute. Now, what's your name, ma'am?
Hilda Johnson.
Well, Miss Johnson, you don't mind if I call you Hilda, do you? And where are you from, Hilda?
I'm from Milwaukee.
Milwaukee? That's wonderful. Well, Hilda, what are you going to do with the money if you win?
I have a very sick son.
Listen to this disc jockey's introduction to Montavani's Lazy Gondolier.
Designs in Music continues now as we hear Montavani's most recent recording from London, Lousy Gondolier.
The floodwaters in Connecticut are receding. All train service has been reestablished. The good weather news for tomorrow is clearing and fair. And here in the metropolitan area, all ferries are operating normally.
A French-Canadian announcer blooped his way through this one.
This is the Dominion network of the Canadian Broadcasting Castration.
You can save while you earn. Why not be smart? Where you work or where you bank, save up for a rainy day. Join the Blonde a Month plan.
This is KTIW, Texas City. Texas City.
The most annoying thing, the most wonderful thing about this new DuPont paint is that it leaves no annoying panty odor.
Let's listen now to a commercial for McPeter's Funeral Parlor.
And friends, your loved ones can receive no finer care than that offered by McFuneral's Peter Parlor.
A young lady on a children's program relating the story of Cinderella came up with the following.
Suddenly, Cinderella looked up at the clock. It was striking 12. As she ran from the palace, she dropped her slipper. But when she reached the door, she was again in rags, as the wee bitching hour struck.
Television pitchmen talk fast and sometimes talk themselves into trouble. As, for example,
A worn-out rug can spoil the appearance of a beautiful home. But here's what you can do to correct this situation. Just send a postcard addressed to Rugs, care of this station, and we will have our expert come into your home and examine your worn-down piles.
here's a moment from one of your favorite quiz programs.
That's absolutely right. And now we continue. Take another number.
Let me see. 47.
47. Here we are. Here's your question. Now, there was a famous French author. In fact, there was a father and son who wrote many, many famous stories. Now, we want the name of the father. He is the man who wrote The Black Tulip, After 20 Years, and The Three Musketeers. What is the name of this famous French author?
Wait a minute. The Three Musketeers. That rings a... Wait a minute. I got it in the tip of my tongue.
Come on.
Oh, golly, I'm nervous. Let me see. Oh, Alexander Dumbass. Oh, Henry Dumbass.
Let's listen to this recipe for crisp crab salad.
And for all you guests here at the lunchtime matinee, we have a real treat in store. A crisp
And from Mexico City comes word that Patty McCormick, the American female bullfighter, is resting comfortably in a hospital after having been gored by an infatuated bull.
A popular television singer was doing a production number that involved a hunting scene. He appeared in front of a fireplace with a bearskin rug with a dog at his side. The dog's tail extended precariously close to his feet.
Where have you been, Lord, Randall, my son? Oh, make my bed soon, for I'm weary from hunting.
You are tuned to WOKO, Albany's worst station.
Our next case is that of Mrs. G.J. What is your problem, madam?
Well, it concerns my husband.
Would you step closer to the microphone, please, and speak louder?
All right. My husband, we've been happily married for 14 years, and I just don't know what's happened. All of a sudden, I don't know how to explain it, but suddenly my husband pays no attention to me, and I try.
Would you please get to the point, madam?
Yes. Yes, Mr. Anthony, I will. Well, it seems that yesterday my father came down and he castrated my husband about the subject.
I understand your problem, madam.
Well, he...
I know. Now, would you hold 1 second,
No, I
please?
figured my father was a man and my husband was a man.
Would you wait 1 second, please, madam? One moment, please. Madam, 1 moment.
I'm sorry.
On a science program, a learned professor was demonstrating the principles of friction.
Now I take my ball bearings here, and I put them at the top of the ram, and I roll my balls down the ram. Now, you see, they are no longer in a state of inertia. They are moving. There's gravity involved, and there's the friction involved. But once you get into movements, you have a different set of controls entirely. All your movements are controlled by physics.
A young lady pinch hitting for Betty Furness was unfamiliar with the equipment she was demonstrating. Here was the result.
There's no reason to be satisfied with old-style refrigerators. This Westinghouse is completely automatic. A self-defrosting feature takes care of that. Let's look inside. Just the slightest push on this snap-open door and, wait a minute. Just push, wait a minute. Oh, my. Oh, just open. Well, I guess you'll just have to take my word for it.
Look out, boys! Here comes the sheriff with his possum.
Friday is poultry night, remember. All ladies present will get a free goose. That is, all ladies will get a goose for free.
Be with us again next Saturday at 10 p.m. for the program High Fidelity, a program designed to help music lovers increase their reproduction.
A young lady from Boston was being interviewed. She was asked about her vacation.
Where are you from originally?
Oh, I come from Boston.
From Boston? It's a very lovely city. Well, about this trip, where did you go? All through New York State?
Oh, yes, we did.
And where did you visit?
Well, of course, we went by car, you know.
Uh-huh.
We visit all the national parks, you know.
Oh, that's wonderful. Did you get up to Lake George?
Oh, sure.
Did you like it?
Loved it.
Wonderful. How about Ticonderoga?
Oh, sure. We had a marvelous time. We visited the old fort.
Two of the greatest names in early radio were Billy Jones and Ernie Hare, the Happiness Boys. Perhaps some old-timers may remember this incident.
How do you do, everybody? How do you do? How do you do, everybody? How do you do? Billy Jones and Ernie Hare with the interwoven pair. How do you do, do? Hey, Billy, tell me something else. Do you know a car that starts with B? B. That's a Buick. That's right. Now, before we get on to our car song, how about a car that starts with H? H. That's a Hupmobile. And a car that starts with P. With P? Don't kid me. No car starts with P.
The next time you visit your grocer, be sure to ask for Blue Ribbon. You'll love its delicious freshness. Remember, too, that Blue Ribbon broad is double raked.
The following is what happened to a busy announcer who had done several commercials in one day.
So light up to pleasure with a really filtered smoke. Why not follow the example of millions who light up, puff, and you'll say, my, that's good coffee.
We take you now to BBC in England.
Now, here's a request from a Miss K. McTavish of Edinburgh. It's an old Highland favourite, the Blue Balls of Scotland.
Bloopers occur for many reasons. When a speech in a script is not completed on one page, it can have surprising results.
The little engine tried and tried. He huffed and puffed, but he just couldn't seem to move. And then the little engine went into the roundhouse to have a leak. Fixed in his boiler.
At an overtime hockey game sponsored by a brewery, one of the announcers had to drink a bottle of beer with each commercial announcement.
The Detroit Red Wings and the Montreal Canadiens in the final game of the Stanley Cup playoffs. We've been at this game since 8:15 last night. Here it is 2:30, and in just a moment we'll be going back on the ice for the third, yes, you heard me correctly, the third overtime, sudden death overtime, an unprecedented event here in Stanley Cup playoffs. But first, a word from our sponsor about a product that's good anytime.
Boy, these Stanley Cup playoffs are really exciting. You want to know about the beer. All right, I'll tell you. It's non-cemented, it's dark, and it's light, and it's got no sugar, and it's got no body, and it's a good beer. What more can I tell you?
In 10 seconds, it'll be 7 o'clock. Stay tuned for One Man's Fanny.
We make this offer to help you discover the real smoking pleasure of these truly fine cigars.
Hit the mic. It's string time, tonight featuring the music of Phil Spitalny and his 40 Pieces.
Joey Adams, popular comedian, author, and MC, had this incident take place on one of his audience participation programs.
And for your correct answer, Mrs. Rose, here are 15 shiny silver dollars.
15 silver dollars? Isn't that nice? Oh, thank you
Yes,
very
and in addition,
much.
for the makers of the senior
Very
bathing
nice.
suits, this lovely bikini suit, all yours.
A bathing suit. What do you got to do to them, maybe, to get that beautiful Captain Gas range?
Why
Oh,
don't you
do
open
it
the
for
suit?
yourself, Seth. It's very nice. I'm always wanting to do it for yourself. It's
Why
very
don't you open
popular.
the suit?
Open the suit, all right. The bathing suit, I don't have no use. Well, it's a very nice bathing suit, but look at the size from the suit. What size is the suit?
Well, what does it say on the label there?
Let's see, it says right here, size. It's size 10. I'm taking 44 on top of everything. I think it's going to be to tighten the clutch.